this is not a lot of fun, sitting with your hands in water for about 3/4 of an hour, but I hope it's going to allow me to prove a point. In fact, what I'm trying to do is to find out whether I'm right or left-handed. And what I'm going to do, after 3/4 of an hour, is to take them out, what a relief, dry them off so they don't glisten, and I'm going to examine them side by side, and I'm going to look for wrinkles. Have a look. These are the right fingers, these are the left. And you can see, I think, that the right fingers are just a bit more wrinkled than the left. You can see the pits in those fingertips, which aren't there in the left-hand ones. And that really is an indication to me that I'm right-handed. Well, 3/4 of an hour, I've learned something I knew already. But it is a good trick. In fact, the way it works is this. Your surface of your skin is dead. You meet the outside world with dead cells, because the skin has to protect itself against being worn away, and it's best to have dead bits of skin worn away rather than live stuff. And the way your skin grows, if you could take a slice of it and look at it under a microscope, is rather like this. You have living cells down the bottom, and they're the sort of irregular things with purple blobs in the middle. Growing live skin is fairly thick. It's several cells thick. But about there, the cells die, and they flatten out, and they become dead, and rather tough and horny. In fact, like a layer of tough, spongy material sitting on the outside of your body. And that goes all the way through. And in fact, that's the stuff that you touch the outside world with, and if it wears away, it doesn't matter because there's new stuff coming underneath. But it really does behave a bit like a sponge. That's a sheet of sponge, it's sort of finger-coloured, and you can see what I mean. It's a good, tough, abrasive surface. And I've taken some of that and stapled it to a finger shape. It's a pretty crude model of a finger, but you can see that, stuck down as it is, it's relatively smooth. A bit wrinkled, but reasonably smooth. Let's plonk that finger in the water and see what happens to the sponge. Here we go. Not for 3/4 of an hour, because it soaks up water pretty fast. And when I take it out, it's anything but smooth. You can see the great sort of knobbly lumps that it's got in it, because the sponge has absorbed water, it's swollen, but because it's still attached to the finger, all it can do is to wrinkle into bumps and hills and valleys. And that's what the surface of my finger does. Now, skin protects itself. The more you use it, the thicker that dead stuff grows. And if you want to check this out, it may not work on you, but it'll work best on somebody who uses their hands a lot. The more they use them, the thicker that skin will be, and the easier it is to check them out. That's if you can make them sit in a hot bath for about an hour before you look at their fingers.
I want to know. Curiosity.